Mayor, I'm going to start by asking you a few questions. You stated that Sir Thomas Windsor's investigation was clearly biased. What is the basis of that view?
Well, I think the reality is that what we've seen is the acting commissioner asked the then Home Secretary to commission a report asking Sir Tom to undertake the report. The view of me and others is that the process is flawed, the investigation is biased, ignored many facts. We all know, as a matter of public record, Sir Tom's close association with the former Commissioner. We all know Sir Tom's close association with former Home Secretaries. In Sir Tom's own words, he's given more weight to those of police officers than from others. And the conclusions of Sir Tom weren't a surprise to many.
Right. I've got to give Sir Tom an opportunity to answer those points. Sir Tom?
They're absurd. The idea that the facts have been ignored, over 115 pages, the facts have been gone into, on a minute-by-minute detailed basis. They could not have been more painstakingly and thoroughly analysed. Unfortunately, the Mayor and others of his staff failed properly to engage with this investigation until a very late stage in the proceedings, and only after 9, as far as interviews were concerned, 9 requests for interviews, the first request having been made on the 7th of April. Finally, an interview was agreed to after 2 time extensions to the investigation on the 17th of August. So the idea that the facts have been ignored is absurd, particularly because at a late stage in the process, the Mayor's office provided me with detailed, factual material, which caused me to revise my report in a number of material respects, and that is reflected paragraph by paragraph in my report. So the idea that the facts have been ignored is just not sustainable. The process, the Mayor says the process is flawed. The process is not flawed. It is exactly in accordance with my terms of reference. And if the process were flawed, then the Mayor and MOPAC could easily have made that point before today. This investigation was supposed to take 6 weeks. It took 22 weeks, predominantly because the Mayor and MOPAC failed properly to engage. The Mayor also says that I've given weight to police officer evidence over others. Well, that's not borne out by the report. I do say that how I have evaluated the evidence, credibility, sustainability, people's memories, but also the documentary evidence and many other factors. That is what investigators do, and that's what I did. The Mayor says that my close association with Cressida Dick is well known. Well, it's not well known to me, or indeed, I think, to her. In 12 years in policing, I think I have had one social occasion with Cressida Dick, and that is when she invited me for dinner at the very end of my term of office as Chief Inspector of Constabulary to say thank you for 12 years of service. It was a pleasant dinner. We didn't discuss this. There have been no other social occasions, and the idea that we're friends is just not sustainable. I'm also told that the Mayor also says I have close associations with former Home Secretaries. I also have close associations with leading members of the Labour Party, a party of which I was a member on and off for 30 years. Indeed, I became a member of the Labour Party 10 years before the Mayor was old enough to vote. My Labour Party mentors were Donald Dewar and John Smith and Claire Short. I was appointed as rail regulator and international rail regulator by John Prescott, who is hardly some soft-left New Labour apparatchik. So I was appointed Chief Inspector of Constabulary by Theresa May. So both extreme ends of the political spectrum. So the idea that I have political affections or allegiances is absurd.
Thank you. Mr. Mayor, would you say that you did engage properly with Sir Tom Windsor's investigation from the outset?
We did. He was sent minutes of various meetings. He was sent emails. He was sent extensive written material. He was sent 30 pages of evidence. The chief of my staff, the deputy mayor and myself met him for an hour and 45 minutes. And so we did cooperate fully with his review.
Sorry, can I interrupt? Can you put your microphone closer to you?
Sure.
Apologies.
Shall I say that again?
If you want to, yes, please. I think they're having problems hearing
Sure.
you. Thank you.
So during the course of his review, he was sent copious minutes of various meetings. Often, the only recollection of a meeting that's impartial are minutes. He was sent emails. He was sent extensive written material. He was sent 30 pages of evidence. The Chief of Staff, the Deputy Mayor and myself spent an hour and 45 minutes with him. So we fully cooperated with his review. And it's worth just reminding the committee that this former Chief Inspector, Sir Tom, said, and I quote, of Dame Cressida Dick, at a time we'd had the abduction, rape and murder of Sarah Everard by a serving officer, the policing of Clapham Common Vigil in a way the High Court and the Court of Appeal found to be unlawful. The advice given by the police service, fully approved by the Commissioner to, I quote, wave down a bus if you're worried about a police officer. Serving police officers, sharing photographs of Nicole Smallborn and Bieber
Mr. Mayor,
Hedbury.
can we just contain it to what is actually...
I'm answering the Chair's question in a much
like
shorter fashion than Sir Tom did to a previous question. We also had the report by the independent panel into the case of Daniel Morgan, the inquest into the victims of Stephen Port, the vehicle stop and search of Bianca Williams.
Mr. Mayor, we must keep to what is actually in the report, and the report is based around the issues.
And we had Sir Tom saying, this is one of the most talented and far-sighted police officers the police have had in living memory.
Can we come back to what we're talking about? I know you want to deflect, but please, if we could just concentrate. How many times were you asked for a meeting with Sir Tom Windsor?
I'm not sure. I've not got that correspondence, but I'm sure we can find that for you.
I'm pretty sure, reading this extensively, it was around 9 times. Can you confirm that, Sir Tom?
It was exactly 9 times.
It was 9 times.
It was exactly 9 times, and the interview took place only at the very end of the commission because the Mayor refused or failed to respond to the other invitations. If I may say a little bit about what the Mayor just said, or perhaps he hasn't finished.
I think the rules don't apply to you, so you can, yeah.
No.
Well,
let's have a pleasant 3-hour meeting, Mr. Mayor, because we want to get to the bottom of how and why, etc., Dame Cressida left. That's what we're here for. I'm sure we'll come to other issues later. So would you actually say then that you engaged with the whole process from the beginning if you didn't agree to see Sir Tom Windsor and his colleagues 9 times?
I'm not sure about the 9 times figure, but yeah, we fully cooperated with the process that Sir Tom undertook, and I met him as soon as I could.
Right. Sir Thomas's review states that he received extensive cooperation from Dame Cressida and the Metropolitan Police, and that he has not received the same degree of assistance or cooperation from the Mayor and those for whom he is responsible. So what's your comment around that?
Well, as I've explained, the Mayor's Office of Policing and Crime fully cooperated with his review, provided him with copious amounts of material. I appreciate clearly that Sir Tom was paid to do this and had the time to do this. Dame Cressida Dick clearly had time to see Sir Tom. As soon as I could see Sir Tom, and bearing in mind he wasn't satisfied with the copious amounts of contemporaneous documentations he was sent, the Chief of Staff, the Deputy Mayor and myself saw him. I think there was an issue with the Chief of Staff being on leave on one of the dates and the Deputy Mayor being on leave on another date. But as soon as we could all see him, we did. Acting Commissioner Steve House, Acting Deputy Commissioner Helen Ball, appointed by Steve House, clearly both made time during their busy schedules to see Sir Tom. That's a question for them. about distraction doing the operational jobs. But as soon as we could, we saw Sir Tom, but he was also given copious amounts of written material.
So you're saying you didn't have time before then? Because
I'm
you were
saying-
written to, I think, in April, is that correct, Sir Tom? April?
Yes, the 7th of April and on 8 subsequent occasions. And only when the Mayor saw my Maxwellisation letter giving him the gist of my conclusions on the basis of the engagement that he had provided, all of it in writing, did he suddenly demand to be interviewed, necessitating a second extension in time of the commission, because the date that he offered for interview was after the expiry of the already extended commission. I take issue with the Mayor in terms of the degree and quality of engagement, and I've explained in my report what it is. Cressida Dick did give me over 5 hours of FaceTime for an interview. There were interviews with her CPOSA colleagues, with Assistant Commissioner Ball, with Steve House, and with others. But in spite of the Mayor's central role in all of this, I got only 90 minutes at the very end of the process, and that was to interview 3 people, not 1. I should have been able to interview the individual people, Mr. Khan, Sophie Linden, and David Bellamy, separately. But instead, we had to compress it into one 1.5-hour session. And at the end, I explained to the Mayor, the Deputy Mayor, and the Chief of Staff that 1.5 hours was not nearly enough, but my commission had to come to an end.
Do you think Mayor Sadiq Khan was right to question Sir Tom Windsor's report, or was the investigation fair and thorough? Who do you believe handled the situation around Cressida Dick's resignation better, the Mayor's office or the Metropolitan Police? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel for more in-depth political commentary, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into the world of power and politics. Thanks for watching.